Hello everybody and welcome to Creativerse. On this video here I am making is a submission video. Basically my goal here is to get this out, get Playful Corp, the creators of Crativerse, to see this video. And the reason behind this is because I would really like to get onto their beta servers, their beta test servers, and start helping test this game. I've broke the game quite a few times already, and I think I really have insight and ability to really test things to their limits in this game. So what we're going to do is we're going to tour some of my builds, take a look at some of the stuff that I've built, some of the stuff that I've done, and we're not going to get to everything because some of it is secret and I don't want the public to see the builds, particularly two of them, until they are finished. But we are going to show you something that's going on in one of them that is really cool. I spent quite a lot of time working bugs out and the logic to build these items, and we're going to go take a look at them here shortly. But as of right now, let's start the tour. So the tour is going to start in my skyscraper. We can walk into my loft. Now my first floor, we really didn't do much to it yet. It's still being renovated. This is more of living quarters. So we got a kitchen. This being worked. I got some mushrooms on the shelf right now. We need to make some food to add to this. We got two stoves here for cooking food. And then I built this. This is a fire grill. I mean, it's legit. You actually, it looks like you could walk up here, throw a chunk of ham or steak or whatever it is that you grill onto the grill here and grill it. I mean, it looks like you could actually grill something on this. So pretty cool. Very easy design, and it looks really good if you ask me. And then, you know, I was working on some cupboards over here, some cabinets. Open them up, and we got shelves that will, you know, have some items on them here soon. But this is being renovated at the moment. Anybody who watched any of my previous streams or videos will notice some of the differences that I've made in this room. We got this really awesome indoor water feature over here. And then I also have a second water feature hiding over here as well. So we have this water feature here as well. So two water features on this floor. And then this room here, I honestly don't know what I want to do with it. Some of the rooms like this, because of their curvature and shape of the building, I did block them off with false walls. But I think I'm going to turn this into like a small bedroom. Uncertain. If we take a gander upstairs, I did do some renovation up here from my last video. Now I haven't made any videos recently or done any streams because the Creativerse did release an update. The update did cause some lagging issues. They released another patch. The patch fixed it along with updating graphics drivers. So we are not lagging like we were. So a little renovation up here. First I'm going to show you my storage room. It's pretty neat. I put some little blocks down. You know, so it's just a visual effect. You know, hey, this is where these blocks are kept. All the blocks are kept in here. So we can actually walk down the line. We got dirt and mud, grass, vine, twine, wood, da. We walk around. It actually just walks right through the layers. I separate my stuff through the layers. Then we also have building blocks. And we also have mining gear, tech, or stuff like that. So this is just a simple storage room that I built to store all of my items in. All Grand Architect chests. Best way to go. And then this room here is one that I am proud of. This is my armory. Now, I got a legendary sword on a drop during Dark J livestream. and I did something really cool with the legendary sword. I refuse to use it because it's the only one I have. I can't make it, and I don't want to break it. So I kind of built a little shrine up here for it. A little lag there. So I have the legendary sword on the table with lumite, diamond, and glowing flowers. It is an awesome display, and I really like it. A lot of people just love this display. They love it. I get people that'll stand up here and look at it and take screenshots and just admire the display of this legendary sword sitting on the table here. If I could get the recipe to make this thing, I would be in heaven. Really would. It's an awesome sword. Then I have my sword racks. We have lumite, diamond, rainbow naders. We also have golden, medieval, and temple. And we also have crowbar here as well. And then some offs. I also put some on a table over here. So we actually have some swords on display on the table along with mines and combat gear, so to say. So this is all stuff for combat. So we have mines, stun bombs, force bombs, you know, all that good stuff. In fact, in here you can see I only have 2 stun bombs in here, but I actually have well over 100 stun bombs in together. Them things are so important and so nice to have and use. So this is my armory. And then from here, them lights are glitched. That's something, you know, I noticed lately as well. I know for a fact them beacons are off. That's something that we're actually going to go look at. Something that I built that's really, really awesome. You guys are really going to like. But I know for a fact right now they are off. But on my screen, coming through the mountain there, they do appear to be on. So we will look at that a little bit further. But for now, let's continue the tour. We are going to walk out onto what I call my flight pad. This is an easy in and out entrance of my building that I can just fly up here and get in and out. From here, we can see the beginning of my town. A lot has changed since my last video. I haven't done any videos because of the lag, but that hasn't stopped me from building. I've continued to build and build and build and build. And I build extremely fast with very well detail. We also got a bungalow over here. Now this is a project that I'm working on. Let's just fly down here. I'm actually changing the design of this bungalow just a little bit to kind of break the colors up a little bit more and give it a little bit more depth. So this bungalow, that door opens the wrong way. This bungalow is actually going to have a walkway that's going to walk out and walk through this cave, and there's going to be a series of bungalows along the wall of the cave that is going to be a cavern resort. So I'm actually building a cavern resort, something that you would vacation at and go to with your family or friends and just have a good time, drink some brewskis if you're old enough, and so on. So it's literally going to be a resort. From this aspect, we can actually take a look at the design and architecture of my skyscraper. Now, most of you guys are looking at this and like, well, what's that ugly slant? Why is it slanted like that? That just doesn't look right. It's odd. Well, there's a good reason for that slant. And we're going to fly up and take a look at the roof of the building so that you can see why the roof is slanted the way it is. See if I can. Yeah, I landed there. Check it out. I mean, look at that. I programmed over 300 lights on that roof to run a pattern. In fact, the gold isn't going. The gold should be flashing. Now that's something that I noticed. The circuits in the game don't seem to constantly run on an open circuit like they should. Let's go fix the gold real quick. I'll show you what's going on. They just randomly shut the circuit off. The circuit shuts itself off. It's a looped circuit. So let's just go down to the control room. Awesome teleporter system. Doesn't get any better than this. Just type a number, walk in, and it puts you where you want to go. and we can see that the circuit is not spinning. So this is the gold circuit here. It's just 2 gates on a switch. We flip the switch, and now we have a working circuit. And then we can see this circuit. Well, that's a visual glitch. They're actually not all doing that. It's just a visual glitch. With that done, we can actually, let's just walk in. We're going to go right back to the lobby. I'll show you guys my lobby. This is the lobby of the skyscraper. We got this beautiful fountain in the middle. We got some paintings up. We also have some names on obelisks up here that of just people who reside in the skyscraper. I have tenants. They don't pay me anything, but I do let them live in the skyscraper. Don't want this beautiful building being left empty. So we got Icarus, Psychotic 3, Shoota D, and Silas, which is me. All of these people do reside in the skyscraper on different floors. My floor is the top. And here we just got this little peaceful area where you can sit, read a book, and watch a fireplace there. And then we also have more of a lobby seating area over here where you can sit and enjoy some peace and quiet, read a book, do some work, while you're waiting to come up to a meeting with me. From here, we're going to fly back up so you can see the lights in full action. And my goal of doing this video is really to get Creativerse to allow me in on the test servers. I really want to be a tester. I could test the crap out of this game. I've already broke it a few times where it literally, I broke the game. One of them I recorded, but unfortunately I recorded the wrong screen at the time. 5 minutes of a will start soon screen won't work. But from here you can actually see now the gold's flashing, the lights are running in sequence. Little lag there. And I mean, it took a long time to wire all these lights up. There are over 300 LEDs on that roof, and they all run in sequence perfectly from bottom to top, and ons and offs. Very nice setup. I really like this setup, although my new setup does reveal a whole lot more possibilities for these LEDs. A lot more possibilities. So that is my skyscraper I built. Now I will say I've only been on this server for 4 weeks. This is 4 weeks for me on this server. Hey, you're interrupting my video. Thank you. It's okay. They don't get hurt when they fall. That one must ate a Mexican jumping bean. So yeah, I really want to get on these test servers. 4 weeks. I built all this in 4 weeks, and so now this bridge is mine as well. I built this bridge. So the bridge, the skyscraper, and everything that I'm going to show you, I built in 4 weeks. Everything that you see on the screen right now, and then some, I built in 4 weeks. The Zen Garden, now what we're standing on right now, is actually going to be a restaurant. That is part of a live stream series that I'm doing. However, that stream had to be halted after episode 1 due to the lag from the blueprint update, which was an awesome update. So this build is currently on hold until I decide we're good to go ahead and start filming again. This is my Zen Garden that I did build. It took a lot of time to retransplant all of the grass and stuff that are in here. I mean, a lot of time. And then I also gave away some of the plants to people who didn't have that plant type. So I do have to replant this and fill the plant types back up. So yeah, Zen Garden. This is a place where you can come, you can chill, you can roast some marshmallows and just enjoy some peace and quiet. And we're gonna go up on the bridge. I built this bridge in 3 days from scratch. There was absolutely nothing here. In fact, the bridge was the first thing I built in this area, and I'm working on a new project with it. That's why there's a couple slabs missing. There were markers marking the center of the bridge, and then also marked another spot of a project I was working on. The project is actually being relocated to the other side of the bridge. And there's another beacon. Now, I know that beacon's off for a fact, but they're shining like they're on. If we go over there, it's going to kick off. That's not my castle. That is Ifris. But me and him are working on some projects together, and I built a little project in there. It's the same project as the other beacons, but that was more of the prototype. The other ones are more of a final project or a final rendering of the project. At least that part of the project, that piece to the puzzle. And here is my hidden temple on the other side of the bridge. The bridge is basically the access point for the hidden temple. Now, did they fix the torches? They did. You can see the torches a little better and against the day sky, but like in certain points, see them torches just disappear. That one doesn't even look like it's on anymore. The flame is gone. Let me be a tester. I can point out all these problems. We're gonna walk down into the temple, which there is a part of this temple that is under construction. But this is my rendition of a hidden temple. I didn't want to do what everybody else was doing. I don't like doing blueprints. The blueprints are nice. They are awesome. However, I'm more of an original person, so I like my builds to be one of a kind. Original. So we got kind of like a dining area here as well. You know, for our mummies to come and eat 1,000-year-old mummified rats. I don't know. And I did have the legendary sword hanging in here. However, I built that thing, and I would love to get a second legendary sword to hang up in the temple. So that's something that I'm currently working on, trying to get my hands on another legendary sword to hang in the temple, because I like the kind of altar I built for the other one. Let me walk down, and this is more of like a congress area where everybody will gather with the temple lords and the emperor and discuss business. And we have chairs down a little further for the people who are under the emperors, his royal guards, his commander-in-chiefs, and so on. And I see some blocks missing there. Someone was messing with my temple. Well, we'll have to fix that. And then Ifris is building me a present down here. Okay, look, goes way down. He's adding to the temple. We're not going down there because it's something that I don't want to see until it's finished. So hurry up, Ifris. Finish it. So yeah, that's my hidden temple. Really proud of the hidden temple. And I'm actually going to put block phasers in at the entrance point up at the top, so you actually will not see the entrance of the hidden temple until you're like standing right here, and then the blocks will phase one row at a time. They'll phase out on delayed timers and phase out the next row, and there's actually going to be 3 rows thick, and when they start phasing out, they're going to reveal like these faces on one row, and then it'll reveal these faces on the other row. There, them faces on one row, these faces on another row. So it'll be cool when I do get the block phasers put in. So next we're going to go ahead down into the start of the town. I did build little shanties that are empty right now. So we got 3 little shacks like this built. that are currently unoccupied and empty. There's nothing in them yet. They are works in progress. However, the town hall, I can't say the same for. Town hall is a finished product other than I gotta finish laying some grass. So this is my town hall. When we walk into the town hall, we have a reception area. This is where the receptionist would sit in order to help the individuals coming into the town hall. We also have a courtroom. If anybody disobeys the laws of the land, they can be trialed in front of a jury of their peers. And they can bring a lawyer if they want a lawyer. There is seating for lawyers. We also have a witness seat, and I am the judge. I own the land. I am the emperor of this land, and I am also the judge. I'm a fair judge, though. And then we also have the Hall of Records and Archives. So in here we have all the records and archives for the town and city. Now, what's really cool, you guys got to see my LED roof, and you got to see all of the buildings that I've built so far, except for one. I am working on a barn. We can fly over to the barn. The beacons are driving me nuts. Please fix the beacons. They should not be displayed. Excuse my flying here. It's terrible. That beacon. See, this blue beacon I know is on. This beacon for sure is on. But them beacons I know for sure are off. And I'll show you why they're off. But this is my farm. So this is my barn that I built. This area is under construction right now. We just have some animals chilling here. We're putting a pond in down here. And then this is also going to be a field of crops. So this is where all our crops, food, and stuff's going to come from. And all the animals are going to be kept here. So we walk inside, we can see we got a water trough for the animals to drink. We got plenty of hay for food for the animals as well. And we also have 2 stalls. I built them like horse stalls, so if we did have a horse in a game, you know, he could stick his head out and we could sit here and feed it. So we do have 2 stalls. And I'm working on this. Like I said, it is a work in progress, so I kind of have to fly up here. But there's like a little hidden room inside the hay loft that I'm working on. I need to put a ladder in. Haven't put the ladder in yet. And then it's also vented, so it don't get too hot in here for the animals. We got a vent up here to let some of that hot air out. But the last thing I want to show in this submission video of my 4 weeks of building is these devices that these beacons are hooked up to. So we're just gonna fly over here. Now this isn't my zone. This is my real life friend's zone and current neighbor. He does live next to me. And last night he was doing a live stream, and during his live stream I built these devices. Now these are actually going on another build. This is more okay, let's build this, see how good we can make it look, and do some final versions of what they are. And you may be asking, okay, what is this device? I see, you know, just all these LEDs. Ah, did you notice the beacons went away? So look, the beacon's in the end of this thing, right there, right? There's the yellow one's right there, and the blue one is right here. When we were far away off the claim, the beacons were on, or appeared on. That's a keeper. We're gonna go kill the keeper real quick. Come on, keeper buddy. Where are you going? You're not going anywhere. Come back here. I can't jump. Got him. Had to get the keepers. Don't have enough arc stones. Alright, so you may be asking, okay, well, what are these devices that are here? And you can see, obviously, there's some logic here as well. These are photon phaser cannons. They are fully functional, real working cannons that fire. Now, there's a two-step process to fire this cannon. We have our little control room or box right here. This is a safe place to stand and fire these cannons, and all the logic that runs these cannons. Now, briefly, I'm going to bring up the wiring tool and show you the wiring. I mean, that's a lot of wiring, and in all actuality, this was an easy build. It did take me about 2 hours to figure the logic out on my prototype that's in Ifris's castle, because this is a group project that we were working on. Once I figured the logic out and knew how I wanted to wire it, we then went ahead and built these two cannons of more of a final rendition of how they're going to look once installed on the project itself. So, real life photon phaser cannons in Creativerse that work. There is another Keepa. Everybody says I'm lucky because I will find Keepas all day long. All day long. Like, I don't know why. I've had 2 golden Keepas spawn right next to me. Like, at the same time, 2 of them. And everybody else is like, I never see Keepas. Meanwhile, I kill them like every couple minutes. But, so, yes, let's fire these cannons and get this video submission finished up here. I don't want to make it too long, but yes, please, playful Creativerse, let me be on your test servers. Let me help test this stuff. I can break the game and I can do some pretty crazy stuff that would maybe think you guys think, you know, hey, maybe we should do this and do this. This would be pretty cool, you know. So let's fire these things. 2-step activation progress. So we see this switch says activation above it. This switch says nothing above it right now. This is actually a fire switch. Now, if I flip the switch, it does nothing. Let's flip it again. Nothing. There's no actions. And the reason why that is because you actually have to activate the system first. So, when I activate the system, we can see ready fire up here. Now, that means that this system is now ready to fire. And if we look, now we have red caution warning lights that are now on. This means that, okay, these phaser cannons are armed and ready to fire. So, our cannons are armed, they're ready to fire, and now we're just going to pull the switch, and we're going to watch it. How awesome is that? I mean, let's do it again. They're real phaser cannons. They work. They charge up, they fire, and then they charge back down. Working phaser cannons. And what's cool about this, when it is installed, every flip of this switch fires a cannon. Whether you send it an on signal or an off signal, it does the same cycle either way. Either way. And a real quick rundown of how this is wired up. Let's pull up our wiring again. So this row of delay gates are all the delay gates are set to a 1/2 second delay except for the off for the laser, which is set to a 1.5. So the laser displays longer than the rest of the system does. And the way this is wired, let's get rid of all the wires now. The first gate, delay gate, is wired to the first logic gate. This logic gate is then wired to the first series of LEDs on both cannons. This logic gate, if you can look at my little display screen there on the right, is its operation is set to XNOR. XNOR means that output is true if both input 1 and input 2 are the same value, whether true or false. So whether it gets 2 false signals or 2 true signals, the output is always true to the lights. That's why the system will fire whether you switch to switch on or switch to switch off. It fires either way. If I just had a button that I could press, that'd be awesome, because I could press the button and it would just fire every time. Now, that is set up the same way down the line. It's just a repetitive process, so we just repeat the process down the line. Each delay gate fires to the logic gate and then also sends a signal to the next delay gate saying, hey, now it's your turn, and so on down the line. It goes to that logic gate and to that delay gate, and so on down the line. So it just goes in sequence. At the end, we can see this delay gate is now wired to this delay gate, and we just repeated the process in reverse. However, the reverse process is a little different. Added 1 extra gate to the reverse. So on the reverse process, to shut the lights off, this goes in from a delay gate. Come on, you want to fight? I seen you jumping to get me. Alright, so the delay gate then goes into the logic gate. And instead of the logic gate going to the lights, this is also set to XNOR. So if input 1 or input 2 are equal in value, regardless of true or false, it always sends a positive. Well, the lights are already on, so we don't want to turn the lights back on. Now we want to turn the lights off. So we take that true input, that on input, and run it through the inverter, which then turns it to a false, and that false then goes to the lights. So this circuit always runs a false, where the other circuit always runs a true. This is always true, no matter what input it's given, and this is always false, no matter what input it's given. And then just repeat the process right down the line. These are all falses and these are all trues. By doing that, I generated the sequence. Now what's cool about my sequence on these setup, it's different than the lights on my tower. My lights go on, and then it restarts off, 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 off. It runs the same pattern, one direction, over and over. These will actually run the pattern out to the end, fire, and then run the pattern in reverse back down. So it lights up one way and turns off the reverse way. It doesn't light up this way and then cycle back and turn off the same way. That's where what really makes this cool. I actually figured out how to sequence the lights one way and then sequence them in reverse, the opposite direction, without crossing any wires, any circuits, or anything. Now we're going to fire the system one last time, and that is so that we can deactivate the system. If I fire the system with the fire switch in the on position, regardless if I hit this switch, it will fire one last cycle, because it's sending this switch back to a false state, even if it's in a true state. That's why it'll fire. So turn the activation off. We see our red warning lights are off, so the system is no longer active. It is no longer ready to fire. I can flip this switch as many times as I want and have no results. It will not do a thing, not unless activation is on. So these are my laser photon cannons that I built. They're getting installed on another project that's going to actually shoot from one thing to another with visual effects, making it look like it actually impacted a target and everything. It's gonna be really cool. So definitely, whoever watches this, tune in to my live streams, to my videos, check out these projects we're working on. Huge, massive projects, big. They're enormous, and they're going to blow some minds. I'll give you guys a sneak peek here. Take a look. There's a corner of a project. That's just a corner. There's this thing is actually in all 4 claims. It's huge. So that's just a corner of it. It's big. It's some big projects. Well, that's it for the video. I hope everybody likes it, and I hope Creativerse likes it. Playful Corp. I hope you guys like this video. This is a submission video, trying to get on to you guys' test servers. Would really like an invite to that. So if you guys like what I'm doing, like what I'm building, I did all this in 4 weeks time, you know, get a hold of me. Silas Gaming on YouTube, and Silas in game. We're on Dark J server, so we can take a look. Here we're on Dark J server. My name's Silas. My Steam name is Cato 2008. That is CATO 2008. Please get a hold of me. Let me know what you guys think. What you guys, maybe you guys want to see me build something else before you let me on your test servers. Tell me what you want me to build. I'll build it. I know Dark J wants me to build him a Megatron, so we'll have to tune in more for that as well. Or not a Megatron, I'm sorry, a Jumbotron for the stadium. So we can see in the picture right there, the Pigsy soccer arenas right there. So I don't think he wants me to build it there. There's just already so much logic there, the game lags. So we're probably not going to build the Jumbotron at the stadium. But we're going to build a Jumbotron. We are going to build a Jumbotron. So yeah, let me know what you guys think, and what you guys want to see more of. And hopefully this is proof enough of my worthiness to get on these test servers and help test some of the stuff that you guys are working on for the game. With that, I'm gonna fly away from the little rockster. You can't get me. With that, we're gonna end this video right here. I hope you guys enjoyed the video and liked everything that I built so far. There will be a lot more to come. And thank you, Playful, for checking the video out and watching it. And hopefully I hear from you guys soon. Take care.